Managing the makerspace means that I'm in charge of the shop that we have. So it's basics like tools, making sure that materials are ordered and we have all the appropriate things that we need. But a bigger part of my job is working with teachers to design curriculum that utilizes the makerspace and also utilizes project-based or making in their classroom.
The makerspace has provided me a bunch of opportunities throughout my years. The opportunity just to see how a bunch of things work. We got to see and use all of this equipment just from the beginning, in 6th grade.
I think the makerspace gives you exposure to different types of tools that you probably wouldn't get at any other school, like being able to use a chop saw, bandsaw, 3D designing and 3D printing, all those types of things. Every single girl here knows how to do that, and that's solely because of the makerspace.
Being in this space and seeing what it takes to actually build some of the things that students encounter is incredibly valuable. And to see their growth from 6th grade through 12th grade as they start to create things and more complex things is really magical.
Just the first semester, our first project was building, doing an animal enrichment project, making toys for zoo animals, which was really fun. I learned how to use the chop saw and the bandsaw and drills, and I think it just made me a lot more confident doing things that I think women wouldn't usually be learning and feel comfortable with. So that was really cool.
The process of failure in this space is usually pretty positive, but it's really encouraged. So from 6th grade all the way up to 12th grade, we really try to be positive about those things, knowing that that is how we learn.
Kind of hard when you fail, but I think you learn from your mistakes. I've learned plenty of times how things are supposed to be, and through trial and error it kind of makes me think oh, I'm not gonna make this mistake again, and I think it sort of prepares me for the next step and the next thing that I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna do something similar, I can use those skills and be oh, I already know how to do this, I figured this out, I've persevered through it, and then I can just bring that into something else that I'm creating. I really like having Mr. Orn as an instructor. He's very creative and he's very intelligent, and it's helpful whenever you're stuck somewhere. He can always come and help you out.
My favorite thing about my job, certainly the students, 100% the students. They are all curious and open and interested. And I think that what we generally do a pretty good job of here is giving them opportunities and giving them freedom to explore those interests within kind of the umbrellas of a certain subject matter. So yeah, the students are just lovely.
So in my particular role, it's fairly unique in public education. I get to help support our students and staff in enhancement programming, anything above and beyond the state standards that we're trying to do in our innovative spaces. So I'm responsible for maintaining, cultivating, creating new partnerships with community members and bringing those community partners in as resources for our students.
I know Mr. Cova has plenty of resources to get us the opportunities, and there's sometimes where I've noticed that she emails us too, and she's there's this great opportunity for you to take and stuff. So she sets it up, and all we have to do is just take it, pretty much.
One of the programs I really enjoy talking about the most is our Junior Pathway internship program. We like to send them out on a week-long immersion internship with somebody in the community that is related to those pathways. And it gives those students an opportunity to really see what their pathway looks like outside of classroom walls, gaining soft skills, being in an office space, being in a professional environment, seeing the pathways in action outside of classroom walls, interacting with professionals, and learning those kinds of skills. Our students, though, go just for 1 week, and they come back really different people. They are more mature. They are not as risk averse. They are thinking about college in different ways. Their conversations surrounding their futures kind of change as a result of the internship experience.
I think that there's a lot of value that can be gained from, listening to people talk about what their career is and why they want to do it, and maybe thinking about, okay, well, what am I interested in, and am I interested in it for the right reasons?
Well, I feel like I gained the knowledge. It was also more of teamwork, and I know we do that here, but it was also cool to see that you still do that outside of school and a real work environment. You still collaborate with people and stuff.
It was really cool to be in a workplace and hear from people about why they're passionate about what they're passionate about.
I love to say that leadership is a really integral part of our school. It's in the title of our school name. And so I am constantly looking for any type of leadership opportunity for our students. Governor Richards was a leader in the political arena, and our students are constantly asking questions about how to get involved in making changes that they really want to see made. I love watching our students develop into the styles of leaders that they really want to be, and I have the very distinct pleasure of supporting them however they need to get there.
I feel like it's very important to have somebody like Ms. DeCuffa, because you don't get that opportunity. At least I feel like you don't, and it helps a lot. It's preparing us, but we're able to enhance our leadership opportunity and our leadership roles and our leadership skill in a way. I feel like coming here really helped me become a leader in a way, showing people what I can do in a way.
I love the school for so many reasons. As an educator, as a longtime educator, I love watching our students become the risk takers, become the problem solvers, have a seat at the table.
I actually think I have the best job at the Ann Richards School. Actually, I think I have the best job of a college advisor anywhere, because I get to work with some of the best students, all of whom understand our commitment and our mission statement for college. When we go to a college campus, it makes everything real for students. When they see activity of people walking around and having an educational experience that is in the classroom but also out of the classroom, that's really important.
I think I'm definitely fortunate to go here because we get to start the college experience so early, whereas other places you don't really know or don't really learn about colleges until you're in high school, or in some places until your senior year applying for college.
I remember going to UT in my 6th grade year, which was really exciting because, I lived in Austin and I would see UT, but I never went. I just didn't really know what it was. Seeing other college students and seeing how they walk around and their dining area, their dining hall, that was all really interesting.
We are the only school in our district that hosts a college fair, and I think the most important part of a college fair is it stimulates the imagination of our students. They can see themselves going away when there's actually people here that say, we want you, we're glad to meet you. I think it really inspires their imaginations. I also think that the college fair is important because it shows the importance of the transition to college is not about going to a place, it's going to a community.
So walking into a college fair, you just see a bunch of tables which have their little signs of what their schools are, and it's all colorful because all the school colors, and it's just so big. And I remember I would always get super surprised when I hear Mr. Heineman say there's 130 colleges in here. I always get really surprised that they all came.
The college admission process is scary now. So I think my role here is to steward kids through the steps of that. That means supporting them with writing essays, choosing colleges to apply to, submitting their applications, making decisions about financial aid.
I have a single mom, come from a low income family, so going to college is kind of scary, but also paying for it is such a big thing for us. So him really helping me, having those personal meetings with me, talking about, okay, these are some great colleges that, have good environmental programs, which is what I want to do, but also give good aid
I appreciate all the college talk that Ann Richards does because I just feel so much, I feel so prepared, you know? And yes, there's things that like I don't really know what it's gonna be like. I'm excited for it and like I just feel prepared.
My favorite part of this job is the students. When you get to see them on May the 1st, stand on the stairs and tell everyone where they're going to go next. It's the culmination of everything from 6th grade all the way through the college application process. And I do burst with pride when I see that our mission statement comes true.